FYI, we're streaming.
Okay.
Are you? Yeah. Depends on. Yeah, so. Okay, so yeah, you're right.
We're not going to sit next to They're coming. The kids are coming.
up, big guy? How are you? What's up, big guy? Hi, Colin.
If you can't find something, reach out to them.
Good morning, Palmer Pals. Good morning to all of our visitors and families today, both here in person and on our live stream. My name is Whitney Frigie. I am the principal here at A.F. Palmer Elementary School, and this is Mrs. Trito, our school counselor. She is going to be helping us hand out some awards today. Before we continue, I would like to invite you to please stand if you are able for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance Thank you again so much for being here today as we recognize our students in our Q2 Black Knight Recognition Ceremony. Today we are going to be recognizing students that demonstrated our character traits of the month. These include appreciation and growth mindset. So throughout the months we've been practicing displaying these character traits. And so students that went above and beyond are going to be recognized for that here this morning. A reminder that when we show appreciation, we are recognizing the values and efforts and the kindness of our friends and those around us. We also use words like thank you to express our gratitude, and we make sure that our interactions and our friendships here at school are positive and that we take care of one another. Growth mindset is the belief that we can always get a little bit better, and that our intelligence and our skills, like learning to do math or read or ride a bike, can be improved with lots of practice. So we're going to recognize students today that demonstrated these character traits. We are also going to be recognizing students that demonstrated outstanding academic achievement this quarter as well, related to their grade level learning or the individual skills that they're working on every day in the classroom. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to start by recognizing our 3 pre-K friends. Mrs. Kinter would like to recognize Braden Mickey for growth mindset. Braden is well-mannered, he has a love of learning, and is kind to all. Braden is always ready to learn and try new activities. Mrs. Kinter would also like to recognize Asher Newman for achievement. Mrs. Kinter says that Asher has been working hard on learning how to become more independent. He has learned how to put on and take off his jacket all by himself. Way to go, Asher. Big round of applause for our 3 pre-K friends. Thank you so much for that nice, kind applause. That was perfect. Now we're going to recognize our 4 pre-K friends. Ms. Andrews would like to recognize Aria Lawson for growth mindset. Aria is always happy to try new things. She gets excited when she's learning and tries her hardest in everything she does. Aria will help her friends when she can as well. Great job, Aria. Ms. Andrews would also like to recognize Elliot Sweet. I don't think Elliot's here today, so I'm just going to read all of the wonderful things that Ms. Andrews said about him. Elliot comes to school every day so happy to begin his day. He's always asking questions and wants to learn everything he can. Elliot will share what he knows with his friends and listen to his friends' experiences as well. Way to go, Elliot. Big round of applause for our 4 pre-Kers. Next up, we are going to recognize kindergarten. So first, Mrs. Beatty would like to recognize Chloe Woodruff for growth mindset. Chloe is a model in the kindergarten classroom. She works hard at every task and never gives up. You can be sure that if Chloe cannot do something yet, she will work hard until she can. And that's a word we talk about a lot with growth mindset, that we might not be able to do something yet. Mrs. Beatty would also like to recognize Nathan Stockel for achievement. Nathan has grown tremendously this quarter. He is working hard to follow directions and to make safe and smart choices. He has also grown academically from September to January. He has shown improvement in naming all of his letters and producing all of his sounds for letters. Big round of applause for kindergarten. Next up is our first graders. So Mrs. Mickey would like to recognize Remington Benedict for growth mindset. Mrs. Mickey says that Remy is enthusiastic about learning. She is always willing to try new things and encourages others to be their best selves. She truly shows what it means to keep trying and to never give up. Mrs. Mickey would also like to recognize Gabriel Knapp for achievement. Oh, Gabriel's not here today either. Gabriel has shown great improvement in his math benchmark scores. He has worked hard in math and is showing that he can keep working independently to solve problems. Keep up the good work, Gabe. All right, one big round of applause for kindergarten. you ready to hear about our special areas recognitions? Okay, so now we're going to talk about special areas like art and PE and music and some of your STEM classes. So let's see who was recognized here. So first, for art, Miss Saraceno would like to recognize Kara Hoyt for appreciation. Kara is a wonderful little artist. She comes to class with such enthusiasm and joy for making her art. I appreciate her as an art student and the kindness that she shows to both me and her classmates. Thank you, Kara. Mr. Tellerday for music would like to recognize Emmett Gorski for growth mindset and appreciation. Emmett is a true leader in music class. He continues to grow as a musician and learner while being a role model for others. With Emmett's growing confidence, he is willing to take more risks, all with a big smile on his face. Emmett, you are achieving so much, and I am so incredibly proud of you. Mrs. Stolarczyk would like to recognize Finch Chittister for appreciation. She says that Finch is always so gracious and appreciative. He never skips a beat to say thank you so much, or that was so kind. He always brings a smile to my face. Mrs. Abdullah would like to recognize Remington Benedict for growth mindset. She says that Remington loves to come to our reading group. She can't wait to get started and eagerly reads every new story. She often asks if she can read a story again or play another word game. With such a great work ethic and positive mindset, I believe that Remy can achieve all of her goals. Mrs. LeClaire would like to recognize Raymond Cartagena for growth mindset. She says that Raymond is making such incredible progress and is working so hard in OT. Mrs. Munson would like to recognize Lakin Regal for growth mindset. I think Lakin is here today.
Not yet.
Okay, so we will make sure that she gets her award. But Mrs. Munson says that Lakin loves to learn and is always ready to go. She is working really hard and trying her best. She will offer on her face. All right, can we have a big round of applause for all our special area winners? Can you guys smile really big? Okay, so next up we have our STEM recognitions. So we will start with Mr. Thompson, who is one of our coding instructors, and he would like to recognize Evan Sisson for growth mindset. Mr. Thompson says that Evan continues to do a great job working on his code.org this quarter. Mr. Marcotte, who is our Project Lead the Way instructor, would like to recognize Amelia Vasello for appreciation. He says that Amelia is encouraging to other engineers, helping the group succeed at solving some of the most difficult problems. Mr. Marcotte would also like to recognize Mason Stanton for achievement. Mr. Marcotte says that Mason is a problem solver. He keeps trying even when problems are challenging. Okay, big round of applause for our STEM winners. Nice job, Mason. Can you leave your line off the stage? Okay, so our final award, oh class, you are being such an incredible audience. You're clapping so politely for all of your friends as they're getting recognized. We have one more set of awards to give out today. And those are gonna be for people that have been riding the bus and showing character traits and responsibility on the school bus so that you can all go to and from school safely. So we're gonna start by recognizing from bus 299, Miss Molly Carson Quinn. Carson follows all directions on the school bus and is very kind to the other kids when riding. Next, Miss Becca would like to recognize Pharaoh Smith. Miss Becca says that Pharaoh has been doing such a great job riding the school bus. Even when he sits by himself, he is showing respect and following the rules. On bus 286, Elizabeth would like to recognize Lucas Murray. She says that Lucas rides the bus very well. He always follows the rules and sits very quietly in his seat. Big round of applause for our responsible and safe bus riders. All right, and so with that concludes our quarter 2 recognition ceremony. Thank you again so much for your continued support, both of your student and of our school. It is our pleasure to have them in our care every single day, and thank you so much for trusting them with us. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. You're welcome to snap some pictures before you leave, and then if you would just be sure to exit out the doors that you came in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a great weekend. Thanks so much for coming.
Watch where you're going, Edgar.
No, you're gonna knock that over, honey. That thing right there was going. Hey, Caleb.
My baby's I want to be in the wheelchair.
Well, you don't quite fit right now.
Walk around. Subscribe to our slide.
Alright, go
How's it going? Not too bad at all.
Come on, look.
Hey, congratulations. Oh, nice catch. Congratulations. Hey, have a great one. Thanks for everything you do.
Thank you.
Go where you are. Yep.
Okay, Amelia, turn this way. Where do you back here?
Good morning, Palmer Pals. Good morning. Good morning to all of our visitors as well. My name is Whitney Friege, and I am the principal of A.F. Palmer Elementary School, and helping me today is our school counselor, Mrs. Trito, and we are excited to have you here for our second quarter night recognition ceremony. Before we continue, I would like to invite our student council representatives to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand if you are able.
Not a problem.
Thank you so much, and thanks again to all of you for being here today. We are always filled with pride when we are able to come together as a school community to celebrate the efforts and achievements of our students. I would like to extend our gratitude to our families and friends joining us in person today and through live stream. Your presence today is appreciated, and we truly appreciate your support and encouragement and partnership throughout the school year. Today, we are going to be celebrating our second Black Knight recognition ceremony for the 24-25 school year, and we are excited to recognize the students today that have consistently demonstrated our character traits for the months of December and January. These character traits include appreciation and growth mindset. We will also be recognizing students who have excelled academically, showed remarkable improvement, consistently put forth their best effort, and demonstrated the hard work and persistence that leads to personal and academic growth. This recognition celebrates their effort, dedication, and positive attitude that they bring to the classroom and to learning each day. If your name is called today, please come up front so that you can receive your certificate, and I will read all of the wonderful things that your teachers have said about you. Families and friends, I would ask you to please hold your applause until we have the entire grade level up here, and then we can give a polite round of applause to all of our students being recognized. And so we will start our ceremony by recognizing our second graders. So we will start, Mrs. Brigham would like to start by recognizing Dominic Teed for growth mindset. Dominic embraces challenges with an open mind. He tries his best on everything he tackles and never gives up when things get tricky. Great work, Dominic. Mrs. Brigham would also like to recognize Quinn Newman for achievement. Quinn is showing growth every day. She has been working so hard on her math, even asking to complete extra math tasks to keep her to continue her growth. Keep reaching for the stars, Quinn. Mrs. Reeves would like to recognize Hadley Vanderwerk for appreciation. Mrs. Reeves says that Hadley would do anything for anyone. She is always the first to volunteer to help a classmate in need. She creates pictures and kind notes for her teachers and friends. She knows what she wants and will persevere until she gets there, and she is proud of her work. Mrs. Reeves would also like to recognize Riley Anderson for achievement. She says that Riley has been an academic all-star. She has been working hard on every task she is given. She is growing by leaps and bounds and is believing she can do anything she sets her mind to. Can we get a big round of applause for all of our second graders? Nice job, Riley. Can you lead your friends off the stage that way? Or that way? That's fine. Okay, we are going to move on to our third graders. So we will start by recognizing, or Mrs. Whiting will start by recognizing Hannah Ball for appreciation. She She says Hannah has a tremendously caring and thoughtful heart. She goes out of her way to do things for her teachers and peers, and even made a welcome gift for our newest classmate. Hannah is appreciative of her friends and teachers and is quick to show her appreciation with a hug or smile. Keep spreading sunshine, Hannah. Mrs. Whiting would also like to recognize Hunter Hoyt for achievement. Hunter is in the pursuit of academic greatness. Hunter tries his hardest on every task he is given and goes above and beyond in ELA by writing extra pourquois at home, and in math by doing more math facts at home, and even doing math when he is shopping at the Dollar General. Keep showing all that you know, Hunter. Miss Miller would like to recognize Ava Patch for appreciation. Ava works across many environments throughout the day and uses good manners and is appreciative of the people around her. Every day she states that she is so happy to be in school with her friends. We appreciate you too, Ava. Miss Miller would also like to recognize Savera Matthews for achievement. Savera has been working very hard this semester on her reading goals. She has mastered all irregular words from her word list. She applies learning in text and her environment. I am so proud of you. Keep up the amazing work, girl. Big round of applause for our third graders. Sarah, can you lead our friends down the stairs that way? That way there's a railing for you to hold on to. Okay, now we are going to move into fourth grade. So we will start, Mrs. McCarville would like to recognize Draven Stark for appreciation. Draven goes above and beyond to help both his classmates and adults. Draven is selfless and is always choosing to put others before himself. He is always willing to go the extra mile for whoever is in need, and he does it with a smile on his face. Draven is always polite and using his manners. We are so lucky to have you taking care of us, Jay. Never lose that big smile and kind heart of yours. Mrs. McCarville would also like to recognize Mackenzie Coban for achievement. She says that Mackenzie has been working incredibly hard this quarter. She has fallen into a great routine in third grade, and I can always count on her to try her best. Mackenzie works really hard to complete all of her tasks so that she can enjoy doing preferred tasks like listening to stories during her choice board time. Mackenzie has also shown tremendous growth in her understanding of place value. I am so proud of you, Kens. Your brain and effort make my heart so happy. You have so much to be proud of. Mrs. Mary Williams would like to recognize Mason Newman for growth mindset. Mason has shown that he has a growth mindset when it comes to math. He came back from winter break and shared that his New Year's resolution was to complete more of his math problem set each day. He has been working hard on this goal ever since. Mrs. Mary Williams would like to recognize Gabriella Whitehead for achievement. Gabriella has been working very hard in math, and her determination has paid off. She has mastered the division standard algorithm and absolutely rocked her division quiz. Way to go, Gabriella. Mrs. Vanderwerf would like to recognize Axel Ramey for appreciation. Axel always shows his appreciation towards others, even if it's the smallest gesture. His quiet demeanor speaks volumes when it comes to showing gratitude. Thank you for making us smile, Axel. And finally, Mrs. Vanderwerf would like to recognize Ariana Soriano for achievement. Ariana has a determination like no other. She consistently works hard and often doesn't like to stop when math is over. Her eye on the prize attitude is making her super successful. Congratulations to all of our fourth graders. Big round of applause. Okay, moving on to our fifth grade. Mrs. Lang would like to recognize Deacon Sherman for appreciation and growth mindset. Deacon always says thank you when he is given something, even if it's work. He always works hard during every part of the day and is always striving to become better. Mrs. Lang would also like to recognize Ella Okenica for achievement. She says that we have been working on explaining what figurative language helps us understand in the text. Ella has been a rock star at figuring out what the hidden meaning behind the author's words are. Mrs. DeMarco would like to recognize Cadence Kennedy for growth mindset. She says Caden has such a great growth mindset. She's always asking how she can make her work better and how she can help around the room. I am so proud of her hard work and her positive attitude. Mrs. DeMarco would also like to recognize Christopher Brooks for achievement. Christopher always gives his best effort and shows so much hard work and persistence. He never gives up, even when things are tough. I'm really proud of his dedication and his positive attitude. Big round of applause for our fifth graders. All right, nice job, guys. You can make your way down the stairs, okay? Okay, so now we are moving on to recognition in our special areas for grades 2 through 5. So we will start with PE. Mr. Weingartner would like to recognize Johnny Hyras for growth mindset. Johnny has shown a strong growth mindset in PE, especially during our floor hockey unit. His determination with learning each skill has led to some amazing progress. Keep up the great work. Mr. Weingartner would also like to recognize Gabe DeVoe for growth mindset. He says that Gabe has demonstrated an outstanding growth mindset in physical education this quarter, especially in our volleyball unit. Even when a skill was difficult to master initially, Gabe never gave up. Instead, he practiced repeatedly, asked for feedback, and made adjustments until he saw improvement. Keep up the hard work. For art, Ms. Saracino would like to recognize Cullen Beavers for appreciation. Cullen is such a wonderful art student. He is kind to others and is always eager to get right to work and create his art. He is hardworking and a great friend to others in the art room. I appreciate who you are. In music, Mr. Tellerday would like to recognize Anna Lynn Root for appreciation and growth mindset. He says that words cannot begin to describe the joy and warmth that Anna brings to music class. Over the past few months, Anna has grown so much as a learner and musician. Each day she tries her very best and is always appreciative of the musical opportunities that are presented to her. Keep being you, Anna. You are a ray of sunshine and positivity, and your impact on others means more than you'll ever know. Mrs. Stolarczyk would like to recognize Elijah Barnum for growth mindset. Elijah is developing a growth mindset by learning to persevere through more complex tasks, celebrating small achievements along the way, and recognizing that effort and determination always lead to growth and achievement. Never give up. Mrs. Murphy would like to recognize Gavin Frazier for appreciation. She says Gavin shows appreciation in many ways. He lets adults know that he appreciates them by thanking the adult when he is working together. His huge smile is enough to show his gratitude. Gavin's gratefulness for others helps to promote a positive learning environment for all. Mrs. Abdullah would like to recognize Tucker Shed for growth mindset. She says, I am so proud of Tucker and how much he has grown from kindergarten all the way through 3rd grade. Tucker comes to our reading group each day and gets right to work. He knows our routine and keeps working until he has completed every task. Even when things get hard, Tucker does not give up. Each day he reminds me that he will try his very best, and he always does. Miss Bates would like to recognize Amelia Erlenbach for appreciation. Amelia is doing such a great job in reading group. She creates a warm and kind environment for her peers, and she consistently works hard. Keep it up, Amelia. Mrs. LeClaire would like to recognize Chance Mead for appreciation. Chance is a great friend in the OT room. He is positive, appreciative, and always helpful to his group mates. Mrs. Munson would like to recognize Tristan Lloyd for appreciation. Tristan is always so patient with his peers and positive in the speech room. He keeps working hard even when things are challenging. Got a big group up here. Mrs. Wright would like to recognize Madison Hip Calandra for appreciation. She says that Madison is always eager to participate in any speech task. She enjoys working with peers and shows a willingness to help during group work. And finally, Mrs. Trito would like to recognize Julian Rauscher for appreciation. She says, when I think of someone who is always thoughtful, appreciative, and positive, I instantly think of Julian. Julian never misses a beat with a good morning, a thank you, and a have a great day. He is always willing to lend a helping hand to adults and peers and goes out of his way to do the right thing. Can we get a big round of applause for all of our special areas? Okay. Next, we are going to recognize students in our STEM classes. So we will start with science. Mrs. Calavoda would like to recognize Finley Curtis for appreciation. We can always count on Finley to do his best in STEM. He is focused and motivated to do his best. Not only does he have great work study skills, but he shows appreciation for the time and energy that is put into our lesson. Mrs. Calavoda would also like to recognize Hannah Dixon for achievement. In our STEM classes, Hannah asks great questions and applies what she knows about the world with new context. Hannah's positive attitude and love of learning enables her to thrive in our STEM and science classes. Mrs. Mulcahy LaChance is our Project Lead the Way teacher, and she would like to recognize Luke Perry for appreciation. She says that Luke is a wonderful teammate in engineering. He always shows appreciation for his teammates and for assistance they lend to each other on projects. I love his positive attitude. Mrs. Mulcahy LaChance would also like to recognize Jude Klump for achievement. Jude works diligently on his engineering tasks and enjoys working toward the end goal. He approaches his work joyfully and with fervor, always asking good questions and thinking about the end results. Mr. Thompson is our coding instructor, and he would like to recognize Brantley McConnell for Growth Mindset. Brantley has done a great job working on his Code.org course this quarter. He works very hard at solving the problems in Code.org. Mr. Thompson would also like to recognize Kale Conklin Maycomer for achievement. Kale has done an incredible job working on his Code.org course this quarter. He does a great job solving all of the problems in the Code.org course. Ms. Ashley is another one of our coding teachers, and she would like to recognize Erin Morales Warden for Growth Mindset. She says Erin has worked hard this quarter completing puzzle sets and coding. Each week he tries and always does his best. Ms. Ashley would also like to recognize Jake Emmett for achievement. She says that Jake strives to persist through challenging coding problem sets. Each week, he looks forward to advancing in the coding platform. Big round of applause for our STEM recognition. All right, thanks, Jake. Can you lead us off the stairs down that way? All right, and that leads us to our final recognition, which is from our transportation department. For students that demonstrate character traits as well as safety and responsibility on the school bus. So we will start by recognizing from Miss Molly's bus, Lucy Albrecht for appreciation. Lucy is a very good bus rider. She follows all of the bus safety rules and tries to help out with the younger riders. Miss Becca would like to recognize Harper Liddick for appreciation and growth mindset. Harper has been absolutely amazing on the school bus. I'm most improved bus behavior overall. I am so incredibly proud of her. Miss Liz would like to recognize Leela Murray for appreciation. I think she went home sick. Leela went home sick, but we'll make sure she gets her award, and I'll tell you what the bus driver said about her. She rides the bus very nicely each day, always helping with her brother and making sure he gets to his seat. Bus 301, Mr. Chuck's bus, would like to recognize Bailey Brundage. Bailey always has good behavior on the school bus and is a safe bus rider. And finally, on Mr. Chuck's bus, we would like to recognize Kale Conklin Maycomer. Again, Kale is a safe bus rider and always displaying good behavior on the school bus. And big round of applause for our transportation award. And that concludes our Quarter 2 night recognition ceremony. We are so proud of all of our award winners today, and we look forward to recognizing other award winners throughout the school year. I want to once again thank our families and friends for joining us today. Please feel free to take a few pictures before you leave as our students are heading out. I do also just want to thank Ms. Vanderwerk for being our resident photographer today, and a huge thank you to Mrs. Harrington, who puts together this entire ceremony, all of the certificates and all of that. So just a big round of applause for our help and our award winners. schools before you make your way out of the entrance that you came in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a great weekend.